as a low
as the bait together with the roam, right? And with that being said, we'll take a look at the fans once again. JDG need all the help they can get from the audience, so we'll wait for their cheers coming in now. Alright, right off the bat, trying to balance out that wave clear from the side of Juan on that cat boom, and you can see they're going to be leaving them alone. Potential first blood here, maybe?
Leaving them alone. I don't think that's going to be the course of action here for the side of Wolves eSports. Oh, cat boom. Straight in. Gets the pick up here. Juan, once again, just putting his name on that mid lane.
And the true damage is the fact that they might lose the Crimson Golem here. Doesn't matter who it goes to, it's lost.
It is lost. They did go over to Cat Boom here, but can they redeem it back? I mean, JD Gaming are looking to try and get some kills here, but it's going to be another takedown here. But Futsu maybe trying to get a takedown onto Juan. He's able to get that, but that's 2 for 1 right now. And we are looking at a Whisper that's worse for wear.
Okay, so Whisper does kind of save the buff away, right? It did not go into the hands of Jingyi. And I feel like Jingyi is finding so much difficulty today. Wolves is just making his life so difficult to play.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if there's one player I'm feeling super duper sorry for so far, it's definitely Jinyu on the side of JD Gaming. Like, he's just always been caught in the muddle, always in the mix of things, especially when Wolves eSports are just kind of involved, trying to get enough kills, trying to just take away his resources as well.
And right now, the only thing is, okay, how does Rong catch up in this mid lane matchup, right? Because Juan is definitely going to have a lot of wave clear, and it looks like numbers advantage is the answer for now.
Potentially, right, it's having that buddy system, right? Maybe try and just have Luban Master up to into the mid lane a little bit more frequently. Just trying to allow just Luban to kind of just have his own way with the show UA. Because obviously, damage-wise, in the early game, obviously Luban's going to be able to do and match those numbers. Yeah,
we'll see the growth of Yi, right? He is definitely one of the important win conditions, and he's keeping on track with track as well. In fact, he has a slight EXP lead.
Slight XP lead, and he has the gold advantage as well, right? Like, regardless of the first blood going over to Wolves eSports.
Yep, Malwin's here going to be stealing away that camp, as well as the side of Sakura. So this was what happened in the initial first blood here. A little spicy. This is why Cat Boom is banned most of the time. Look at the mobility and the damage. Straight from the get-go, level 2.
Yeah, I mean, even with obviously the damage reduction into the enemy jungle, right? Like, you're still able to get the takedown onto such a beefy pick like the Kaiser. But I mean, Kaiser, you have to be level 4 before you can try and get that kind of sustainability for yourself.
Yeah, you definitely need the Invincible Warrior, right? So Jingyu now, great job in, trying to even out the odds. He does have a EXP deficit. The gold difference isn't that big of a gap, all right? Just 300, 200 gold that sets them apart right now in the jungle.
Yeah, it's not much. It's barely like a split of hair, right? Like, they could easily get that back for the side of JD Gaming. Obviously, that downtime that they had earlier on is definitely going to be the blunder that was the reason why we see the lead here going for Pang over to the side of Jinyu.
Okay, we'll see how the growth is going to be like, because even though they didn't have the best start, JDG actually have managed to even out the resources, now trading just by 500,000. Now this rotation by Pang, I don't think it will net them a kill, but this is going to help them and aid them with the rotation, because 4 minutes is coming up really soon.
It is coming up really soon. We're seeing a little bit of the leeway into the bot side of the map going over to the favor of Wolves eSports. Luban Masters just shove out and start the Tyrant right now, but that's going to be 2 ultimates being expanded there for the side of JD Gaming before they even get into the Tyrant fight.
Okay, they will not contest this. They actually make a beeline straight for the Overlord. Beautiful trade. At the same time, you can see Whisper working on to the Spiketail Beast camp. Now, this is going to help them alleviate the gap and the stress provided by this Tyrant take. And we'll see how this Wolves eSports respond to this.
Yeah, I mean, definitely trying to gain like a little bit of a resemblance of a gold lead is definitely going to hinder the effect of the Tyrant, right? But I mean, we're going to be seeing here JD Gaming probably not going to want to take any team fights, especially when they don't. Their enemy team has the Tyrant and they do not.
Yeah. In fact, right now, I think Wolves are ready to fight. X of Torment already in the hands of Pang, already has the armor shred. And you can see, Jingyi trying to go for the full tank, has half build on the Silence Robe as well as the Protector Cuirass. So he's able to tank a little bit, but it might not be enough here.
Might not be enough. I mean, especially with likes of Shoyue having the Eternity Blade as well, right? Like, that's going to be a lot of crit early on. That's quite an expensive item to first build here, but it's definitely what you want if you are Shoyue to get your damage online a little bit earlier. But they do trade the T1s from side to side here. Something we've just been seeing time and time again within the KPL matches.
Yeah, we'll see how this is going to go. T2, quite a lot of damage has been laid down. This is one of the benefits that you have with the Lupin number 7 and Master Lupin combination, which is exactly what they need to do here, because macro is super important. That allows you to buy time for the later parts of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing where we saw, like, JD Gaming naturally sort of, like, suffer early on, but there it is. It's going to be the corporal punishment being placed down here for the side of JD Gaming. They're trying to do a lot of damage onto the bot there. I mean, it's going to be all to the help of that second skill of the Futsu as well, right? But, I mean, the takedown here could potentially go right on to the Yang Jian. Pang goes down there, so we do see a kill going over to Yi so far for now. So that is going to be a 1-0 trade for JD Gaming. Already looking healthier within this series so far.
I love the answer from the side of JD Gaming, right? So we just put more numbers, get the kill onto your jungler. At the same time, Track has not hit the financial mark yet, so he's not going to be the wave clear monster that Wolves are hoping for him to be. But right away, Sakura recognizes this fact, makes a beeline with the TP down, and now places a little bit of pressure on the bot T1.
That's what they're going to do, right? They're going to try and macro the macro, but at the same time, we are seeing the party into the backline here. We see Sakura trying to get the kill onto Lubon Mata, but it's going to be the kill going over to Juan once more. The Wolverine does miss out. Jinue just ever so slightly.
Yep, if he had fallen there, this would have been a horrible situation. But the trade-off is JD Gaming have to give away this T1 in the mid. Now, this is going to be valuable information for the side of Wolves eSports. They're lucky. It has not fallen, but it's just one single hit away. And they might be losing their their Azure buff, which Jingyi immediately tries to make a trade for.
Yeah, this is the great thing, obviously, what you see within the KPL. And I mean, we're starting to slowly adapt this within Global as well, right? But at the same time, it's curtailed that little detail right now. They're looking to try and save their Azure Golem, but it does get traded over, right? So JD Gaming, they knew what was going on. They knew the beef, and they were able to get their own Azure Golem from the side of Wolves eSports. But once again, we are seeing the Radiance being put here down to the bot side of the map. Into this fight, as we're seeing a lot of health bars being worn down here by the side of Wolves eSports, but no kills being picked up. Is a saving grace here.
Yeah, I mean, for the side of Wolves eSports, not the biggest concern for them because they're making the trades. They still have the T1 in the mid standing, and JD Gaming, they have only traded T1 at the top. So at this point, Wolves eSports, they don't have the biggest lead, it's just about 1,000. But take a look at the farm on the side of Track. He is well on his way to that Daybreaker that he desperately needs.
But speaking of which, obviously, we are seeing a little bit of shred damage coming through here. Who can attack faster is going to be who claims that kill, but that ultimate almost finished off Sakura. But now we're going to see the cap boom once again, but again, the pick off is going to be Track.
Yep, this is beautiful value, and this is why you need the Master Lupin, because look at how vulnerable Yi is. Now, JD Gaming, they're going to try for something else. Whisper here looking for the split push, as well as taking a little bit of resources away from the jungle camps here, as the Leopards will be taken away.
Leopard's being taken away, but I mean, it's going to be those kind of macro plays that are really going to keep the side of JD Gaming breathing, right? Like, they definitely need that room to breathe, and you see it here, Whisper is being that breath of fresh air. Like, he's just trying to put pressure into the top side of the map. Wherever Wolves are, he's going to be at the opposite side.
Yep, so this is the very nice damage mitigation coming in from the side of the Clash Neo, right? So with that, Sakura buys some time, survives, dodges the Shark Cannon, and this is where when you don't have the Master Lupin, you know Lupin number 7 is just fresh food, fresh meat for you to take.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you've not got that tether, you basically are a free meal here for the side of Wolves eSports. But almost got the takedown there onto Sakura, but at the same time, we are seeing again that tether coming into play here, saving Wrong's life this time.
Yeah, now this is a lifeline that they need on this side of JD Gaming because they need that late game, right? So far, we're almost halfway there, 45 seconds away from the Shadow variants, and JD Gaming, that could be the big turnaround they're looking for.
It could be, right? It could be the team fight territory that they are really looking for here right now. But I mean, you can kind of see here, I mean, this is one of the things I love to watch as well, is the heart rates, man. Like, Sakura has been so much into the thick of it within this match so far. He's got the highest heart rate. He's like, guys, I need something. I need some thrill in my life. And he's definitely giving it to himself, right? Like he's almost died like twice, but still unscathed.
Oh, I mean, you definitely have to feel the pressure, right? If you're not feeling the pressure, something is wrong. But right now, at this point, Wolves eSports still maintaining that 1,000 goal lead against the side of JD Gaming. This 10-minute mark is definitely going to be decisive here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, now we are getting to that decisive moment, right? Like, this is the point where this game has literally just come 50-50. Like, this could be heads or tails, whoever comes out on top of this one, right? But we do have pressure into the top side of the map already being created there for Wolves eSports as they look to try and take the Tyrant or contest it here as well. Secure trying to put backfire over the wall of the Tyrant. They're doing a lot of damage here onto Jinue.
Yeah, look, this is what we're talking about, the poke damage. Even before the actual fight starts, JD Gaming already suffering quite a lot of damage. Jinyu is so low on health, he can't really do this. And with the Azure Golem stolen away as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping he had smite or something. Like, I mean, he had to keep his smite for this Tyrant, but there it is. Yang Jian with the re-engage there, gets a takedown onto Whisper. They get the Tyrant, they're looking for more.
Yeah, how are you supposed to play against it? There is no destructive centric play coming up from the side of JD Gaming. They're just getting outpoked even before the fight starts.
Yeah, that's a problem, right? If you're getting outpoked before the fight even starts, you're already starting at a really bad position in here. I mean, you can see that Juan is just being a side aggressor. He's using that poke into the late game just to kind of chip away the damage. And then if he doesn't get the job done, Track's trying to lay a smack down. He gets wrong.
Yeah, that's a big kill here. Now, this is going to open up the doors for the T3s as well. JD Gaming suffering quite a bit. A lot of poke damage once again. And Track is well on his way. I don't think he has fallen a single time in this game. Another Hellhound available. This could be the big fight.
A problem. Yeah, that is a huge problem, right? Like, the fact that Shoryue has not fallen once in an 11-minute game is something that you are doing either incorrect or Wolves is doing absolutely something superbly.
I think it's more perfection from the side of Wolves eSports. Opening up.
Opening up is going to be the team fight, and maybe the potential T3 here for the side of Wolves eSports, but to just drive them away is going to be Jinyu.
Oh, he can't do anything, man, at this point, and it's not his fault. They're just, the gap is too big. It's about 6,000 gold ahead for the side of Wolves eSports now, and with the take on that Shadow Tyrant, they have acquired for themselves 3,500 gold.
They're just stacking up the Monopoly, man. They're not here to play some short change game. They want the money in the bag, and Wolves eSports currently up 2-0 for those watching at home are looking to try and get that third game onto the board, right? But at the same time, we know that JD Gaming are going to try everything to keep onto this game 3 point here.
We need to explore, right? So what do they need to do? Because at this point, the only sustainable lockdown they have comes from Whispers, Sage's mic, or even maybe Wrong's skills, where maybe they get like that 1.5 second catch. But for now, it's not looking good.
It's not looking good so far, right? I mean, a lot of damage already been put onto the back line there, out to the front line, sorry, of Luban Master. He's already trying to get out there, but also, same time, Rang is taking too much damage for my liking, right? Obviously, there the Kincut trying to go in here. Obviously, Securage always into the fight. Like, as soon as he sniffs blood, he's just trying to get that kill for himself or for his team.
Yeah, and the problem is they just might.
They just might, exactly, there it is. It's going to be the corporal punishment as well. Sages might come through also to come through here for Whisper, but he's trying to get out, but it's going to be the Yang Jian getting the kill once again there. Luba Master goes down as well. The Invincible Warrior not looking too invincible as he goes down. They're looking for the second team ace this time around. Wolves eSports with game number 3.
Beautiful performance from the side of Wolves eSports. This is the kind of legacy we wanted them to live with. And now they will be progressing 3-0 against JD Gaming.
Yeah, 3-0. Match point potentially here coming through next time with Wolves eSports. They are looking dominant. They are looking fierce, kid.
Yeah, they are definitely looking very fierce, right? At this point, it raises a lot of things about how this competition was supposed to work, right? Where did you want to